How's it going today, guys and gals, and welcome to this week's AA meeting. My name is Gene, and today brings us the latest segment of the Attack on Titan manga, Chapter 135. Last chapter, we watched as the rumbling affected everyone equally. With a few survivors left, everything seemed helpless until the Cadet Corps and Extra landed on Aaron's spine, ready to free him and put an end to this madness. What will happen in this month's installment? Will the world be saved? Will Aaron be rescued? Well, sit back, relax as I break down this month's edition of Attack on Titan, Chapter 135. Quick reminder, if this is your first time in one of these meetings, I do a quick breakdown of the chapter, and then I follow it up with some analyzation and predictions that I think will take place in the next chapter. We begin with a tiny flashback showing us, the audience, that Ymir was in fact the person who let out the pigs. This month's chapter is titled Battle of Heaven and Earth, and begins with Ymir looking at the current standoff ahead. The Beast Titan starts to disintegrate, and Levi realizes that there's no one inside, meaning that Aaron's Warhammer's Titan's abilities are the ones creating the shells of Titans. The realization hits the scouts as it's going to be impossible to find Aaron and Zeke throughout this massive Titan, so Armin gives the orders to blow up the Titan with the bombs they had brought with them. Mikasa, obviously not wanting to do this, questions Armin, to which he replies with reassurance that this will not kill Aaron, but will possibly make it easier for them to locate the bodies. Jean lets Armin know his support for the plan, and tells Armin to forget about the others in order to succeed with the mission ahead. To which this triggers Armin to remember Erwin stating that someone who can't throw anything away will never be able to change anything. As Armin thinks of this meaning, a new Titan appears and grabs him with his tongue, pulling him away as others watch in shock and horror. As Armin is being pulled away, he too gets a glimpse of Ymir. As others watch, they realize they are not alone, as new Titan shells begin to be created of past Titan shifters. The manga pulls away from the battle ensued for just a minute to show us what is going on outside of the current situation. We learn our boy survived the plane crash, and while unconscious is being hammered by Annie's father. Reiner's mother is shown praying for her son to be safe during this, as the officer from the last chapter debates helping in the battle ahead. The Shell Titan's first priority is to attack Reiner. As he is being swarmed, Jean, Mikasa, and Connie save him by blasting them with thunder spears. A wide panel is shown to us, showcasing the horrifying situation the current World Avengers are in. Jean remarks on how these Titans are not mindless and how they are assuring the situation. Connie begins to worry on what to do as their leader and brains of their operation has been eaten, but Levi assures him that if he was truly in danger, he would have triggered his transformation. Levi is certain that he has been taken to the rear of the Titan, but due to the situation ahead of them, he doubts he'd be able to succeed. Mikasa, however, is Mikasa and just wants to go full force in there. Pieck tells him that is going to be near impossible, as the Titans are the 9 Titans of times past. She isn't sure if any of them possess consciousness, but it is sure with the power of the founding he can revive their form and power. Connie, who is scared, states that a battle with that type of army is nearly impossible. This forces Pieck to state that Aaron is not a friend and rushes to the top half of Aaron to blow him up. As everyone panics in shock, Pieck wraps the bombs around Aaron's nape, and just as soon as she's about to press the trigger, the Warhammer Titan appears and stabs Pieck with a trident and drops the fuse. Reiner, witnessing this in shock, gets rushed by Geralt's Jaw Titan. While he's battling the Titan, Jean goes in to try to save Reiner, but is being attacked by what I presume to be Geralt's brother's Jaw Titan. Luckily, Levi comes in the nick of time to pull Jean away from being eaten. As the battle commences, Levi states that the new mission is to retrieve Armin because if they don't, then everyone is going to die. As they rush towards Aaron's rear, Reiner looks back and tells Pieck to hold on as the fuse continues to dangle in midair. We then cut to Armin as he begins to think of the situation he is currently in. My head is he trying to suffocate me to death? I was too naive. Is Aaron going to kill me? No. It's her, the founder Ymir. If Aaron keeps moving forward as he says, he will have to face the will of Ymir. If that's the case, the founder Ymir is also wishing for humanity's annihilation. The founder Ymir is invincible. We cannot do anything. Is it over? Like this? Here? As Armin sinks away, Bertolt stands over Armin and begins to cry. Back in the battle, however, Berthold's colossal titan appears and begins to eat Reiner. As everyone, including the survivors of the Rumble, look in horror, Jean goes to save him, pulling him away just in time. Berthold's titan launches the remaining bits of Reiner's titan, causing Connie to be knocked out. While he's hanging there, a new Jaw titan goes to finish him when Mikasa comes in to prevent this. She demands Connie to wake up as we see Captain Levi coughing blood. We then cut to Jean and Reiner hanging on for dear life, as we learn both of their 3D maneuvering gear has been damaged. Another titan appears to devour them, but before it can do anything, Mikasa comes in to save the day once again. Reiner demands Jean let him go because he'd be able to transform. Jean, however, reminds Reiner that his armor titan has been the most useless titan of the whole series. As Reiner asks if they have a chance, Jean calmly answers no. But they're scouts, and they will not go down without a fight. Connie, still out of it, is about to be eaten once again, but this time it's Captain Levi to come in and save the day. Unfortunately, due to his injuries, his leg gets trapped in the Titan's mouth. Connie now decides to wake up, but again Mikasa comes in to save the day. As Levi falls, Connie catches him. As they are all hanging there, more Titans appear, showcasing the near impossibility of their current situation. Mikasa, out of fear, encourages the Titans to come at her because she is strong, when, out of nowhere, someone tells her she's acting insane. Who is this mystery person? Well, who else but Annie, as she and Gabby come flying in on Falco's Falcon Jaw Titan, rescuing everyone as they fly away from Eren. Just like Dumbo, Annie wasn't sure that Titans could fly, but because it could, she had no choice but to come back. As everyone is surprised and happy to see her, the chapter ends with Annie letting them know she's glad she came. So that concludes this week's chapter, and oh man, was it amazing. It was full of action, intensity, and Isayama really had me thinking that someone was going to die this chapter. There are a few things I'd like to talk about before I discuss my predictions for the next chapter, those being Ymir's plan and the character development of Annie. It's been hinted quite a bit that Eren might not be in full control of this predicament. It was several chapters ago when we saw him see himself as a child and soar past the skies as a bird while the rumbling took place. When we were showcased Eren, however, he looked drugged out and out of control. Am I saying that the actions currently taking place are not his fault? No. We've seen Eren have this internal battle with himself since the beginning. However, I feel it's safe to say that Ymir has been grooming Eren since he's been young to bring him to the point where he is now. In the beginning of the chapter, we see Ymir opening the pig pen and releasing them and ultimately creating the spider web of events leading to the ones we are in now. Ymir releasing the pigs, in a sense, is like Eren releasing the rumbling. But why would Ymir do this? Why did she open the pig pen? I'm not 100% sure, but one idea I have, though, is because the main idea of Attack on Titan revolves around the sense of freedom, could Ymir have felt pity that the pigs were trapped and enslaved for human consumption, that she freed them, therefore losing her freedom for over 2,000 years in the process? Here in terms, sending messages to Eren, having him free Ymir from control of royalty, unleashing the beast that we see now, wanting the destruction of the entire human race. For now, Eren thinks that the rumbling will end once everyone is destroyed, leaving the island of Paradise and its survivors to thrive. But why stop there? At this point, we see Ymir is feeding Eren this idea of freedom, and not what is really going on. So who's to say Ymir, who's casually been enjoying watching the deaths of millions, will not stop until the race of people who enslaved her vanquished, leaving Eren to be alone? Again, this is just my theory, and I would love if you guys have your own ideas. Just please let me know in the comments below. I wanted to talk about Annie's character development so far and how much I've been enjoying it. When I got into the series, I didn't think much of her. I always perceived her as the first villain of the series Eren had to fight in this mystery of who and why are their Titans. So when she hardened, I honestly didn't think we'd see much of her or see her come back for that matter. I remember 2 years ago watching Foxen videos and the countless questions asking what is going to happen to Annie. Like him, I didn't really think much was going to happen. The story seemed to be winding down, and adding her back in the story seemed far-fetched to me. When she was finally released, I had only thought that it was done for some sort of fan service to the audience. And this thought was reinforced when she decided to ditch the mission as soon as she figured her father might have died during the rumbling. However, good storytelling is based on not being able to read a character in every movement. Annie returning to save everyone shows a continuous pattern of going against the grain of the path of less resistance. Since the beginning, she's had one goal in her mind, and that was to look out for herself no matter how she wanted to see the world. All of her actions have consequences, but at this point, there's no need for her to continue running away from those who've treated her like family. That is why she returned, and that is why she's going to be a part in this big final battle. Now, will she still be on board with trying to pull Eren out, or will she be the one pulling the trigger around Eren's nape? That is yet to be seen. Finally, it's time for some predictions, and because Gabby is here, I'm sure she's just going to snipe all the Titans one by one and save the day. Only kidding. I do think she'll have a role in the coming battle. For now, I see the crew flying towards Eren's rear as they try to rescue Armin. I can see possibly a conversation between Armin and a controlled Eren, or even a flashback of some sorts. I'll go further into detail in another video of what I think will happen. With the final season of Attack on Titan approaching this Sunday, I do see the series wrapping up quite soon, and I cannot wait. What do you guys think will happen? Let me know in the comments below, and feel free to leave your questions for me to answer in the next video that I'll leave in the tag comment below. Thank you all for watching, and thanks to all my subs for putting up with my 2-month hiatus. I look forward to my small video making career. Anyway, that does it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to leave a thumbs up, and if you do not want to miss another AA meeting, please consider subbing. This has been Gene with Ascension Anime, and I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.
目覚めたまえ我が主たちよ